poll in the chat. Brittany Renner says she and Kevin Gates divorced after 52 days of marriage. I gave it 100%. Ninja. I told y'all. Every time I think about marriage, I see something like that, and I'm like, yeah, I changed my mind. Let me see here. Let's pull up Instagram. First things first, we have Kevin Gates discussing with Carisha something about something. Hold on. Because they say the old interview of Carisha and Kevin Gates resurfacing means Kevin Gates knew something about Diddy. And the first comment says, and you guys believe this ninja's a Muslim. Here we go.
So if we was together and I step out and I got fucked, like, you not tripping on
You're
me?
not gonna tell me?
Is I'm gonna tell you no.
You ain't gonna show me the video?
Now, it's just interesting. First off, it's interesting because of everything with Diddy. Everything with Diddy is so interesting that he said those particular words. But besides the point, here we go.
Hell no.
So I can look at that bitch with you and just my shit just rock up and I bust you up after I watch the video?
I don't even know. What do I press? But what the hell? On a Sunday, bro.
You just gonna go just get dick and not tell me?
I need more sounds, bro. Here we go.
So if we was together and I step out and I got fucked, like, you not tripping on me?
You're not gonna tell me?
Is I'm gonna tell you no.
So, shout out Noor. Noor was here earlier and he was like, he made a comment, do you think Kevin Gates is really Muslim? He speaks about a lot of voodoo/witchcraft he's into. And that's why I say spirituality is very fluid. And I don't know half the time these people saying this stuff to be cool or they trolling or what, bro. I don't know. What I do know is that's wild. I had another video I wanted to show y'all. Hold on. Let me see. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, is this it? Hold on. Let me see. Is this it?
Hey,
Nope, that wasn't it. That was from the other day. Hold on, guys. 1 second. I'm trying to find it. No. All right, so I can't find it. It's okay. It's fine. Let's continue. Like I said, yeah, when it comes to these people, bro, I don't know what's going on, bro. Here we go. Brittany Renner reveals that she's already divorced from Kevin Gates after being married for less than 2 months. Let's deep dive.
We got married April 6th and divorced May 28th.
So you're divorced?
Yes.
But people want me to take these people's relationships serious. That's why I'll take a relationship serious if I'm with somebody, but you really got to show me you trying to be with me, bro, because this is the world we live in now, guys, and we have to evolve as men. Shout out to the men. I'm talking to the men right now. Ladies gonna do what they do. Ladies don't really listen to us as guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you, if you didn't know, I'm telling you just to save you headache. Ladies, I got to expose some game. Gentlemen, I'm here to tell you, like, the women will listen to you, but the women do not give a shit what you have to say, okay? I'm telling you now, bro. Your wife don't care, bro. Yeah, and I haven't been married, but I've experienced what it's like to practically be married. Your wife don't care, bro. Like, if she's letting you talk, to hear you talk, she's doing it just so you can feel heard. Is that what they say? That's just the truth, bro. They don't care, bro. They don't care. At the end of the day, a woman is going to do whatever she wants to do. My advice to you is to let her do what she wants to do. But yeah, so when it comes to these relationships now, gentlemen, we have to evolve. Women are evolving faster than us. We get stuck in this kind of, I call it the male ego. Shout out to the male ego if you got one. I've lost my male ego. I've lost my male ego trying to chase my dreams. And by chasing my dreams of trying to be I'm an artist now, right? I can do it now, but I'm saying when I was trying to chase my dreams, I had to lose my ego because life humbled me chasing my dreams with no money. So because of that, I lost my male ego. Like, I have an ego, but it's not as big as how it used to be when I was a youngin'. Like, I used to be, they said I was cocky, arrogant, and conceited, and I was pushing the bar. I'm still pushing the bar now, but it's more humbled now. And that's the thing. We have this thing called our ego that convinces us of certain shit that may or may not be true. And it's like, bro, sometimes we got to kind of get our ego in check. So yeah, women are evolving, bro. Women are evolving, and we need to evolve as well. We need to understand that, hey, if women are moving like this, we need to move like this. Now, I'm gonna say this. I'm not a dating coach. I don't have the best philosophy. My philosophy is fluid as well. My philosophy is changing over time. I'm getting older. I'm young. I'm in my 20s. I'm in my mid to late 20s. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not even that old. But I'm saying I have some common sense. And my common sense tells me we got to change the way we kind of frame relationships. Because we have certain expectations. And I've said this to people in my inner circle. We have certain expectations that are unrealistic because we're held to a standard and we're trying to hold women to the same standard when society has lied to us and told us that men and women are equal. Men and women are not equal. Because if that was the case, if you did something and a woman did the exact same thing, the punishment will be the same. The punishment is never the same. Have you guys noticed? The punishment is never the same. The punishment is never the same. And I'm not saying that like I'm salty. I'm saying that so I can make my point or reinforce my point, which is this. We're holding women to a standard that we're holding ourselves to, and women are not holding themselves to the same standard that we're holding ourselves to. So we got to kind of change up our standards that we hold women to. Now, I'm not saying, you know, take some bullshit. Okay, first off, let me not. Yeah, I ain't saying that. I'm saying you got to kind of reframe how you look at this because women look at it a certain way. So, for example, like I said, women, there are some women, and this is what I always say, these are the terms we're governed by now, which is some, not all, or most, not some, or most, not all, whatever, right? So there are some women who look at it as, even if I'm dating you, we're not together unless I have a ring on my finger. I'm sure you've heard that before. You've heard that before, right? Okay. So if that's the case, that means that woman can go entertain other men and you can't be mad even if you're dating her and spending money on her because in her head, you're not together unless she has a ring. Are you guys following me? Are you following me? So if that's the case, you got to kind of look at it like, okay, so she's basically allowed to do whatever she wants to do. You got to look at it as if, okay, I'm allowed to do the same thing. And she may turn around and try and be like, oh, you know, how are you doing that? You know, you dating me and all this stuff, but she's doing the same thing. And that's why I say you got to kind of figure out the girl that you're with. And from there, frame your standards for that woman. Is she teachable? Is she coachable? Is she willing to kind of work with me? If she's not willing to work with me, because at the end of the day, like I said, even when it comes to change, a woman's going to change only if she wants to change. I don't care what you say. I've done this, people. There's nothing you can say to make a girl change. You can try and fight with her. You can force her, all this kind of stuff. She is not going to change unless she wants to change. If she doesn't want to change, it's not going to happen. Here we go. And like I said, answer the poll in the chat, and that's the question. Do you think Brittany really changed spiritually, or was it for the gram? Tell us what you think. Answer the poll and tell us what you think in the comment section. 52 days, people. Let's continue.
But there is a 90-day waiting period in Islam where it's basically you have 90 days to see if you're pregnant because...
What is Islam?
What the hell,
What is Islam? I've never heard of Islam a day in my life, bruh. Sister.
Then he would be responsible, right? And then also in those 90 days, it's for reconciliation because Allah wants you to stay married. And then during those 90 days, you are not to like entertain anybody romantically. So what I will say is that Islam has made my life a lot easier. I think even with the...
Bruh, somebody tell me who the hell is Islam, bruh. Who's Islam? Who's Islam, bruh? I know of Islam. Shout out to Islam. Shout out to the Islamic people. Shout out to the Islamic people. Bro, who is Islam, bro? Yo, y'all go find Islam, bro. Put Islam in the chat, bro. Type Islam in the chat, bro.
This transition and, things changing. Right. Honestly, it's like, I don't think anybody gets married to not stay married. So I think my biggest thing for me is this is a nice 90-day reset, just focusing on myself and pouring into myself. And what I also will add is that I followed my heart, and that's more than what most people can say in this world.
But what the hell, boy?
Gentlemen, you see why I'm not emotional? That's why. I might turn up. I might turn up on a ninja or whatever. But other than that, that's why I don't be following my heart and all that bullshit. That made no goddamn sense. Hold on, bro.
What the hell, boy?
Excuse me, bro. What the French people say? Excusez-moi. Excusez-moi. What did this girl just say, bro?
We got married April 6th and divorced May 28th.
So you're divorced?
Yes. But there is a 90-day waiting period in Islam where it's basically you have 90 days to see if you're pregnant because then the he would be responsible, right? And then also in those 90 days, it's for reconciliation because Allah wants you to stay married. And then during those 90 days, you are not to like entertain anybody romantically. So what I will say is that Islam has made my life a lot easier. I think even with this transition and, things changing,
But what the hell, boy?
Let's see if we can get more information. Let's go to TikTok. Shout out to TikTok. Y'all know how TikTok be stepping, bro. TikTok be stepping with all the info. TikTok be stepping with all the info. Let's see, but I don't know what to say in this situation. I'm a bit what's the correct terminology? Flabbergasted, if you will. I'm a bit flabbergasted. Let me see. Brittany Renner, Kevin Gates, and we'll show you how she wanted to be with this ninja and all this kablooey. Here we go.
It ain't no.
Hold up. We got to show y'all the old footage. Hold up. Can we even find the old footage? They probably scrubbed all. Oh, here we go. This is her manifesting being with Kevin Gates. Here we go.
Everyone, my name is Brittany Renner.
Wait. Hold on 1 second, guys. I just got to show y'all this real quick. I ain't gonna lie, bro. This picture right here on the bottom left right there. Woo! Yeah, bro. Hey, that picture on the bottom left, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. She could have my whole check, bro. She could have a check, bro. All right, let's continue. My bad. I had to get that off my chest, bro. I just something about it. Damn. I ain't gonna whack off to it though. So let's just, chill. Chill. But here we go.
And I'm here with the one and only Kevin Gates. How you feeling?
Look at this ninja.
Amazing. Hey, thank you. Hey, this I don't care if you get this on camera. I just want to say thank you for being an amazing person, always living in your truth.
And shout out to Misty. Shout out to Misty. Misty said Kevin wasn't gonna put up with her. He has a whole woman named Drika who held him down. Shout out to Drika. I thought they weren't together. And we're gonna pull up the interview where she said, I forgot what she said. I gotta pull up the interview because I don't want to put out the wrong info. But let's continue.
You inspire others silently. They probably don't want to admit it, but you inspire me. Thank you so much.
And thank you. Let me tell you something. So my first Rolling Loud I did in 2019 is when I first saw you. Yeah. And you were actually, Will and I worked together, and you were the only person that I wanted to see the entire festival. And today in 2022, it still rings. You were the only person I wanted to see.
Boy, she was saucing, boy. She was flirting, boy. Now, ladies, shout out to the women. Ladies, if you're watching, women are scared to approach men because men are big and strong or whatever. I don't know. Men are scared to approach women because we're scared to get denied. Ladies, if you see a dude and you like a dude, this how you supposed to step to him, okay? Let me run that back. This how you supposed to step to him. Hold up.
In 2019 is when I first saw you. Yeah. And you were actually, Will and I worked together, and you were the only person that I wanted to see the entire festival. And today in 2022, it still rings. You were the only person I wanted to see.
Did you like what you saw?
I actually loved it. I actually love what I'm seeing now. Yeah.
Now that's how you step to a ninja. That's how you step to a brother. Shout out to Misty. Misty said they are still legally married. Drika has been with Kevin in high school before he was Kevin Gates. Hey, shout out to Drika. My whole thing is, if he's Muslim, is he not allowed to have multiple wives? Because he's Muslim, right? So in the Muslim religion or the Islamic religion, I think he's allowed to have multiple wives. And that's the whole thing. Shout out to the high school sweethearts who find their way to my page. Yeah, I don't know how y'all work those relationships out because I know it's tough to be with somebody for a long period of time, especially since high school. I mean, you guys love each other, but then, you get comfortable and all that stuff. I don't know. Let's continue. And we're going to pull that up in a little bit.
All right, so what do I do? Do I wave? Do I smile? What's up,
just be yourself, man. I give you a tour of the crib and stuff.
Come on, I'm ready.
Let's go this way, man.
Come on, I can follow my...
Hold on, let me see. All right, so real quick, we got to go look this up. Shout out to Misty. Let's go do some deep diving research. We're going to do Drika, Kevin Gates. Let me see. Blah, 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 blah. All right, Drika Gates.
Now there was a moment
speaks on her relationship status with Kevin Gates. She says she's rocking with him regardless of the Brittany Renner situation. Shout out to the down women like that. I need me a girl like that. Ladies, if I could have a woman that's loyal to me like that. Oh, what do they say on Instagram or they say on social media? May God present me with a woman that's like that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, let's see though. Let's see what they talking about. Here we go.
when, you know, I didn't see you guys together a lot.
Life.
Okay, life was lifing.
Life was lifing, and life's for everyone. You know?
Damn, shout out. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Kevin pulling them though. Shout out to Drika. Kevin pulling them though. Yeah. Hey, Kev. All right, shout out to Kevin. I see that boy got game. He got game.
So I can put two and two together.
Yes.
But okay, but you got fans.
Life was fucking lifing. I swear. Like, that's really all it boils down to.
Did you take a break, like, from the traveling?
Yes, I no longer tour. Like, that, I don't do that anymore.
Okay.
That is not something that I do. But at the end of the day, it's like my best friend. We've been together since we were babies. Like,
shout out to Misty. Misty said he can, but in the past when he had another girlfriend and Kevin admitted he couldn't keep up, you got to listen to the Drika song. All right, I'm gonna have to go do my research and listen to the song. Here we go.
We've literally been together for 20 years.
Wow.
That's
you see?
a lot.
That's a lot.
See, look, that's what I'm talking about. Shout out to the high school sweethearts. That's a long time. That's a long ass time. Here we go.
You know what I'm saying? To be with someone, and you have to think that we're both coming into this relationship. We're both bringing our own shit into this relationship. So, to be honest with you, like the time when you guys weren't seeing us together, we're really just like working on ourselves. That's what I was doing. That's what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, again, like, that's my best friend. So
now there was a moment when.
Hey, shout out to Drika. I need me a girl like that. It says Kevin Gates says Drika doesn't argue. Let me see.
you guys fight? No, not really. Okay, Kevin has this thing. He's like, a person would be really pissed off with you. And I was like, why? He was like, because you don't fight back.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. No disrespect to Kevin. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. My boy got game, though. Hey, he pulling baddies, though. I ain't gonna lie. She's straight. I got a thing for brown skinned women. I think it's just me. But yeah, she's straight, though. She's straight.
He's like, because you don't argue. Like, I really don't argue with him. Like, I'm not about to argue with you.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, that's so amazing. Because I will argue.
I know. And you know what's so funny, though? I feel like he genuinely likes that shit.
Right.
But that's not why I don't do it. I just don't argue.
Right.
Like, I don't.
Like, you don't want to.
Yeah. I'm not going there.
You guys fight?
Yeah, that sounds like Black Madam. I be trying to argue. She just look at me like I'm stupid. Let me see. Kevin Gates talking about Drika in the past. Let me see.
Kevin Gates was talking about Drika on this part.
I wouldn't be shit. Say my fans will stop supporting me if they found out that we split everything.
Now, Misty, is this the song that you're referring to? Let me see. All right, we're gonna stop it right there. Shout out to Kevin. And the reason why we gotta stop it is because I ain't trying to get copyrights on my ish. Let's get back to it. Yeah, I mean, so I guess he still is with the Drika girl, his wife. They're legally married based off of the information that has been told in the chat. My whole thing is, so for example, like with Offset and Cardi B, or like Papoose and Remy, like, so when we're seeing these things play out, what do we say about the situationships? Like, are the situationships, like, do we recognize them or do we not recognize them? Like, is it a case-by-case basis? Because in those situations, practically the same thing is happening, right? Well, except in this case, they're not with each other anymore, based off of what Brittany Renner said. But yeah, I'm confused, bro. I'm confused. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm confused. Let me see. 1 second. Let me see. Here we go. And this is the full footage right here.
You got married April 6th and divorced May 28th.
So you're divorced?
Yes. But there is a 90-day waiting period in Islam where it's basically you have 90 days to see if you're pregnant because...
Tell me who Islam is, bro. Who is Islam, bro? And that's my whole thing. I don't know if she really, like I said in the poll, that's why I put she's still the same as capping, because it's like, bro, one thing about it, bro, if you practice the religion, like, what do you call the religion? You call it Islamic? Because it's Islam, bro. It's Islam, and I don't even practice the religion, and I know that. But let's continue.
Because then he would be responsible, right? And then also in those 90 days, it's for reconciliation because Allah wants you to stay married. And then during those 90 days, you are not to like entertain anybody romantically. So what I will say is that Islam has made my life a lot easier. I think even with this transition and, things changing, right. Honestly, it's like, I don't think anybody...
and we got to show you where Brittany Renner came from. So it's about to get crazy up in here. Hold on. Brittany Renner, Charleston White. Let's show you where Brittany Renner has came from. We give her a pass because some people say in the chat, change is a process and give it time. Here is Brittany Renner in 2023. Now, things change. Like I said, we give people the grace of being able to change, but the change has to actually be real. Don't judge me. This is what she did. Here we go. Where do I start? Where do I start? Hold on. Let me see.
If I didn't understand him, he didn't understand me, we wouldn't understand each other.
Damn, baby, why you screaming, baby? Here we go.
What's irrelevant?
This is irrelevant. It is.
He wasn't disrespecting.
Oh, Lord have mercy. But let me tell you something. This is Charleston's people.
I know that.
And at the end of the day...
But do you know who he is?
Listen,
it's the chance.
Why? I'm not talking to you.
I want to let him finish.
Say, man, y'all.
Can I talk?
There is no disrespect.
Can I talk?
It's over. Let's.
Can I talk
over you?
I hear you. Because I ain't
talk.
talking to you.
Yeah, let it talk. But now you, what are you disrespecting me for? I'm just trying to make peace in the room. That's all.
We don't need you to make peace. At the end of the day,
we do need me to make peace because I do want it to. I do want it to be a civil conversation, a good conversation.
Listen, be quiet. Be quiet.
But you're telling me to be quiet like I'm some little boy.
At the end of the
you know what I'm saying? I'm not a little boy.
Look, shout out to the women, man. Hey, ladies, I'm always gonna say this, ladies. Ladies, it's this thing that used to exist. The OGs put me onto it. It's called being ladylike. It's like, I get that y'all want to say y'all piece, but like the whole back and forth thing, I don't know. It's weird because at the same time, y'all be telling men, oh, if you talk back to a woman, you sassy. It's like, bro, you got to make up your mind, bro. It's like if you're asking for it, I don't know. Here we go.
I understand that, but I'm trying to make sure that everything is good. This ain't
all is truly well.
It is.
All is truly well. So I'm good, but at the end of the day,
it's all good. You hit me with a bottle of water, right? I felt like that.
All right, this. Finally. This is what I was trying to get to. All right, it's about to get explicit. I wasn't trying to listen to all that. I don't know what she was talking about, nor do I care. I was trying to show you guys Brittany Renner back in the day. Here we go.
It's all good.
We have. All is truly well.
Talking shit. I was just saying that's how it started for me.
Man, we ain't got to kiss her ass. Tell her what she wants to say. Yeah, you ain't got to kiss her ass, man. Tell her exactly what she wants to say.
Say it.
He was saying it, not me. He was saying it. Yeah, you ain't got to kiss her ass. Tell her exactly what she wants to say.
What? Yours are
Damn, so what you want to tell? What you want to say again, my nigga?
Say it.
This was a great interview.
Yeah.
Your security guard is talking.
What do I even press? I don't know. Life's always about perspective. It's so funny because all she did was sit on the ninja lap. But if I go to the comments, these ninjas gonna be up in arms about it. Shout out to the men, and that's where I say the male ego, man. Male ego's crazy. The male ego is crazy. They'll be like, man, this girl sat on this ninja lap, no comment. What is it? No decorum. Let me see. Brittany Renner, convert to Islam. Here we go.
What made you choose Islam? I didn't. I am a human with very limited power and awareness, but I have learned that God selects who he wills for his mercy.
Damn, she look good though. Can't even lie to you. Hey man, ladies. Hey, shout out to the women. Hold on. Shout out to the women, bro. I gotta let y'all know, bro. Yeah, pretty privilege is a real thing, bro. You see a pretty girl, bro. Man, ladies, like I said, stick to the makeup and hair. Do what you gotta do, bro, to be pretty. Cause ninjas just we wanna be nicer to you if you're pretty. Now I understand that there's other women that aren't as attractive. They're gonna hate on you. Accept the hate, bro. Stay away from them, bro. Cause the ninjas out here, we gonna take care of you if you're pretty. Here we go.
What made you choose Islam? I didn't. I am a human with very limited power and awareness, but I have learned that God selects who he wills for his mercy. So let's start there. For those,
Oh shit, my bad.
a lot of you claim to know my life story, why I do what I do. Well, then you would know that for quite a while I've been suffering. When did you notice that my smile began to look like a strain? And when you noticed, did you reach out? Okay. I've been in search of the truth my whole life. Looking
But
for
what
some
the
sort of
hell, boy?
guidance in the stars, astrology, numerology. But the truth is, the only guidance is God's guidance. And when you don't live for God, you live for others. My life has been a reflection of that. I have profited off my body, beauty, antics, often drunken, giving myself to the world, hoping for something back, wondering why I'm feeling empty, comfortable in my misery because I have known no other way. Mountains were moved in my life. We as humans would call them miracles, but to God, God will.
Now I'm here to tell you, she talk a good game. I'll tell you that much. She talk a good game. Let's continue.
And it is. It's not a miracle. It's another day at the office. At that point, how could I deny the truth? Because when those mountains started being moved, it was only because of prayer and acknowledging our Creator. That was the only difference. Islam is the only religion I've been drawn to. And when I got the call that it was time, I took my Shahada August 5th. Haven't looked back. All I know is utter devotion. So to put the hijab on, to change, it's nothing. Done. Allah has been answering my questions along the way. He called me to this faith for a reason. And I will not question it. You know when people say it would take an act of God? Okay, well, here you have it. And for those of you who are confused, I'm not surprised. Because most of you are double-minded. Man who is double-minded is unstable in all his ways. For once in my life, doing this for me, to be right in the eyes of Allah, to die in full submission to Allah when it's time, is my only goal.
But what the hell, boy?
I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think, bro. I don't know.
In whatever stage Allah calls me to, I would be much obliged to take the well of wisdom that I have acquired with me and to do what I've been called to do. Because I have been gifted this platform for a reason and I'm not going anywhere.
Let me see. Let me see.
Hello, everyone. I'm back and things look a little different. The last time I was in LA, my life was centered around mischief, and God doesn't like mischief.
Slap me. I think you're worse by Brittany Renner, she's so problematic.
Being Muslim was never on my bingo card, but I was going through a lot of different hardships, and there were times I was praying multiple times a day for God to change my situation. And lo and behold, it happened. Things became a lot more amicable with my child's father. He got traded and he moved to Texas. It did open up that opportunity to leave North Carolina and take our son. And of course, you know, I had to come back to.
Yeah, I don't know. Saying all this and then getting with Kevin Gates and then let me see. Getting with Kevin Gates and then leaving him after 50 days. I don't know if Allah wanted that. Let's see, man.
Mr. Gates. Yeah. Are you guys married? Or is this like a yeah, I don't know. How does this, I mean, first of all, Kevin's the best. You got to keep her. He's a great guy. Very, very, very. Is he still? Are you guys? Is he going? Did you release his semen retention?
Okay, first of all, you guys like 3 questions. So
Okay, well, first things first. He was.
Did y'all hear what this ninja just said? Did y'all hear? That ninja said that you release his semen. I'm telling you, ninjas, boy.
But what the hell, boy?
Ninjas, boy. I understand you're a reporter, bro. Bro, what, bro? Crazy, bro.
He was doing semen retention last time I saw him. Has the retention been lifted?
Okay, well, that's a question you'd have to ask him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, bro. And this is why women, look, this is why I look, fellas, I'm not a simp. I love the women. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I'm not a simp, right? But y'all would never convince me to sit there and side with you ninjas. When y'all ninjas do this, like do ish like this and expect women to still act ladylike when you ask them questions like this. How is she supposed to be ladylike when you asking her if she released the ninja semen retention? Ninja, come on, ninja.
What the hell, boy?
Come on, ninja. That's wild, bro. That's wild, bro. Here we go.
Married April 6th and divorced May 28th.
So you're divorced?
Yes. But there is a 90-day waiting period in Islam where it's basically you have 90 days to see if you're pregnant because then he would be responsible, right? And then also in those 90 days, it's for reconciliation because Allah wants you to stay married. And then during those 90 days, you are not to like entertain anybody romantically. So what I will say is that Islam has made my life a lot easier. I think even with this transition and things changing. Right. Honestly, it's like I don't think anybody gets married to not stay married. So I think my biggest thing for me is this is a nice 90-day reset, just focusing on myself and pouring into myself. And what I also will add is that I followed my heart, and that's more than what most people can say in this world. And I have no shame in that. That's why I'm here. BET Awards. As you can see, I'm out here on this blacktop by myself.
So what?
But what the hell, boy?
They probably invited you, bro.
Damn. So the divorce was like a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. That sucks. Was
many plan, but Allah is the best of planners. So I don't question that, and I don't feel like it's a sucky situation because what is meant to be is always going to be,
So you guys end up divorced, and now there's like a 90-day cool-off period. If it
I don't know if this is true. Shout out to people who practice the Islamic religion, but if this is true, at least they're educating us, right? We got to look at it through a positive lens. At least they're educating us.
Child, or you happen to be with child?
No, I'm not with child.
You're not. Okay.
No,
okay. I don't know. That's what you said.
No. I'm saying that's what the time period is for. Yeah. That's why that's in place for that. So it's like, so basically, if you were to, divorce and then he's like, oh, well, it's not mine. So there's the 3 cycles. That's kind of why it's 90 days. 3 cycles.
Yeah, bro.
But what the hell, boy?
I don't know what to think. Y'all let us know what y'all think, bro. That's it for tonight's show. Shout out to you if you tuned in, man. If you tuned in, you are the resistance. You are the core. We're back in here tomorrow. Y'all know what it is, man. We stream 9 p.m. No, we stream 9 a.m. Between the time of 9 and 10. And between the time of 6 and 7 is when we start our streams, Central Time, people. So wherever you at, however you at, if anything, follow my page for more. Turn on your notifications. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Shout out to you if you tune in, man. You are the core. Shout out to our Adams. And for our ladies, shout out to our Eves. We appreciate all of you. We appreciate all